All right. I am here with Casey. Casey is a business partner of NDC and a friend. Casey, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about Groups 360, and then we'll get right into these questions that our road warriors are wanting to hear.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you, Ian, so much for having me, and for for all of the work that you've been doing and putting out on LinkedIn to help people in our industry stay connected and to feel that connection and get that value. So I appreciate you so much and being partners with you. Just to give you guys a little background on myself, I'm Casey. I work at Groups 360. We're also headquartered here in Nashville, and we're positioned, we're a technology company in the event space. So our mission is to make group travel simple. And we've got some amazing platforms that are positioned to help our industry recover and to get people back meeting safely again. So we're really excited, and I'm excited to have this conversation with you today.
Oh, well, that's awesome. And I'll tell the audience out there, if you want information on Groups 360, my meeting planning community, that is really a fabulous platform to help you navigate through site selections and those types of things. So email me and I'll get you Casey's information. So Casey, I've been talking to a lot of our attendees, but a lot of our distributor members and manufacturer members, and they're road warriors. They are struggling.
Yeah.
What are you seeing hotels and possibly even the travel industry do to make these road warriors feel safe about getting back out on the road?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question. It's a great question because you know what? Information is the key to consumer confidence right now. And that's what's most important is the information that hotels, and not just hotels, but destinations and airlines, that the health and safety guidelines that they are creating and putting out dedicated flyers and websites that break down those specific items, such as the contactless check-in and the plexiglass and the mask requirements. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine who works at the Omni in Dallas, and she was explaining to me, they had their first over 120 person attending meeting. And the things that they put in place were for their members who had contactless check-in, they actually had their room keys up on a billboard with their name on it. So they could do their check-in before they arrived and then go straight to their room. There's a lot of things that they're not offering anymore. A lot of like select service properties are doing the grab and go breakfast instead of the continental breakfast, and there's now handing out bottles of water instead of having the carts for coffee and water stations. But those are some great things that hotels
and that's awesome to hear. We're getting down that road. You made me jealous there for a minute about someone having a 120 person meeting. As you know, NDC made the decision this week that we are going virtual. I will tell you and everyone watching that it will be an NDC event. I can guarantee you that.
Well,
great education, great sessions, but enough fun to keep you glued to your computer screen. Talk to me about how the travel industry and the pandemic has changed their strategies going forward. Are there any strategic changes that might impact business travel?
Well, think about it. We've all had to make changes to our business strategy. Before the pandemic, we weren't necessarily doing as many LinkedIn interview conversations, so there's definitely, we've been forced to make changes. But one of the things that we've seen is just the marketing messages is trying to get out to the consumer what they're doing to keep them safe, what they're doing to make them feel comfortable traveling, to come back in the doors. They're also offering things like buy now and use it later. So they're offering packages to come to destinations, or for business travelers, it might be a gift card to use a spa package, buy it now at a discount, and then use it anytime over the next 12 months.
So that's a great point.
What about you guys?
To wrap on your point, the communication from the airlines, I've been doing this a couple years, and I've never had more conversations with airline executives as I have had in the last 3 months.
Really?
Or hotel executives. They are eager now to get out the information. So
they want you back in the doors, and
very
they want
much
you
so.
to know that they're committed to doing it safely.
And there's a lot of neat things. I was thrilled. I've been going back and forth about 2 months now, and Southwest no longer allows bandana face coverings, so even steps towards safer travel is being taken to prepare for business to get back on the road. That's
even just the fact that a lot of airlines have put out that they're installing hospital grade air filtration systems, so you may not have known before that the air doesn't just circulate. They actually, it's fresh air every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So information like that is so important to business travelers in terms of getting back on the road.
I was amazed. They said to me, the lady came on the microphone on the Southwest plane, and she was like, "I will let you know right now, you have never flown on a cleaner plane as you are right now." And, it's pretty amazing. And I guess I've flown, 10 or 12 times, and it's getting better, because I'll say 8 of those flights, it was capacity flights. So we're getting there. Slowly and surely we're getting there.
Yeah, well, we're all eager to get back to business and to get back on the road and get back to meeting again. But I know from the hotels and the industry standpoint, like, they're trying to be creative and to get people back in the door. I know there's a JW in Orlando is actually doing a work from home program.
Yeah.
So they're inviting people to come work from 9 to 5 and, pay us $80 to entertain your kids for the day. So.
I heard people were going to hotels so it would be their work from home. And
right.
They're setting up their offices in the hotel rooms. I mean,
no, absolutely. Anything to get revenue. That's the thing to keep in mind as a consumer. And I will share this in terms of whether it's business travel or for the meeting industry, is hotels are holding on to their rate integrity, because they've seen in previous situations, whether that was 9/11 or 2008, where if they dropped their rates, it takes so much longer to recover that lost revenue. So we've seen hotels, loosen up on their cancellation or force majeure and the requirements to book a meeting, but they really just want to get that revenue back on the books, and they want to, give you that experience that you're looking for as a traveler.
You're absolutely right. Well, first of all, thank you for joining us here. You heard it. We're getting close. Business travelers, road warriors, we'll be ready to host you again here in Nashville. Casey's also got her own LinkedIn conversation. I think it's called Coffee Conversation.
Coffee Break Conversations.
Coffee Break Conversations, where she talks on a lot of these topics a little more in depth. So if you're interested, head on over to LinkedIn and check her out. Casey, thank you for spending some time with us today, and we'll catch up soon.
Best of luck for NDC.